candidate of their choice. Fellow Liberians, the people of Nimba County, our two magisterial offices in Tabita, Oba, and Sanibule, Lower Nimba, have reported no incidents of violence so far. In response to the incident at the J.W. Pearson campus on 20 reports that the recruitment of temporary staff is conducted with desperate and cost. This portal has provided opportunity for qualified Liberians to serve as full workers at the close of the polls at 6 p.m. In District Number 1 at Messiah Christian Academy, Precinct Number 33075, the school was locked due to late precinct payment. Security was at hand and the school reopened later for the beginning of polls at that time. At Giolando, as party agents asked VIOs to call out names of voters. This was, however, security was also present. In District Number 6, Tapita Civil Compound Building, it was occupied by the LDEA. Therefore, the NEC had to construct a tent in time to conduct polls. The team only moved polling places 4 and 5 to an unfinished building in the same compound. Lastly, at Van Park, with precinct number 33111, polling staff were denied access to the school due to renovation that was ongoing. However, our NEC team transferred to a church facility within the same compound and began to conduct the polls from there. With these concerns, as reported by our magisterial offices, we can only encourage all candidates, their supporters, and voters to please go to the poll peacefully and cast your ballot. Thanks to the Liberia National Police and other security agencies for the level of security provided through this process. In closing, the commission again assures all Liberians, mainly the people of Nimba County and stakeholders, as well as electoral actors, that the NEC will continue to work with you to the successful conclusion of this senatorial by-election. Thanks to the government of Liberia for providing funding for this by-election and to the donor community for their unwavering support to electoral and democracy processes in Liberia. We also say thank you to the media for the wide coverage given in the Nimba Senatorial By-Election, as you are doing right now. We say thank you to the people of Liberia for providing their support. We will now take your questions.
Yes, any question?
And if no question, you can receive your information.
So I'm concerned about the use of things. Why?
Sorry, I didn't get that question well enough to be able to provide the kind of feedback that you're looking for.
So those that were at the center complains that their name were removed and replaced with an ink pen rating. So I'm concerned where and why that particular incident occurred.
Are you saying that the voters' name on the FRR were removed by pen ink?
Not the voter.
Okay, while we sort this out, if one of the staff, executive director, really understands that question, you please process it while we go along.
Yeah. A follow-up to that question, let me make it clear. On last night, we received information at JWPS Institute. By the way of introduction, I'm Jefferson Weir and I work for Kia Radio 95.9. So, on the roster that were placed on the board yesterday or last evening, some names were removed and were being replaced, written in ink. That's what he was speaking about. Can you please address that?
Okay. Let me first say that the Elections Commission conducts recruitment online. If for any reason the listing that was posted, some names may have been scratch all? Is that what you say? We are not there physically to determine how that happened. It could also mean that people within the proximity or vicinity of the area may have maybe such action. But it is necessary to be informed that we conduct recruitment processes, we select those various positions that are supposed to be participating. That list is put up, and those are the persons who are supposed to be present when it's time to work. If not present, or they probably may have given some excuse or so, that's when we look for additional staff whom we have trained prior to occupy those positions. However, if it's something that we really need to investigate, I can assure you the commission will do that.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. My name is Shalom Kondo. I work for Radio Nimba and report for Wiki Voices newspaper. There is this concern about the low vote turnout. It has been attributed to a lack of or limited civic education. How can you address this comment?
The turnout of voters is basically at their own will and pleasure because this is a voluntary exercise in as much as it's a national duty. But let me say to you that the commission has always had civic and voter education in this process. We started a bit earlier than usual, and after that launch, we had the CEP cells. I think there were some 9 of them in the field, 9 or 10 of them in the field in different communities. I, on my way from Tapita a particular day, had come across several teams of them in different locations along the way, coming back to Kanta. What we need to do, and we have said that even in the 2020 lessons learned, is that we need to now incorporate town criers in our processes because we know they are very close to the communities, and we need to see how best we may be able to work with the local structure to ensure that the information for voter and civic, for education, civic and voter education actually reach the all the areas that are under that particular elections at the time. We also look forward to working with the education ministry, as we said before, where maybe in time considerations may be given to integrating civic and voter education in the curriculum. And we hope this may be able to happen. Because CVE is not a one event thing to do. This is something that should be happening all through our lives so that when we are 18 and old enough to cast our ballots, we already have the information of what civic and voter education is about. So that when you get to that point, you will just need a brush up. This is work in progress.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Anthony Williams from LNTV. I know you have your constitutional time frame to put out results or announce results after the elections. But with this one being just a single election for Jesse County, how early until the people of Nimba start to get some preliminary results after the process today?
As you rightly said, this is a 15-day window period that the commission has to announce the results of any election, be it the big one or the small one, because it is the law. But what we are doing at the moment is to increase the tally teams from the initial 4 to 5, 3 here in Sanikule and 2 in Tapita. And we are working assiduously, as we've said on various radio stations, that the window now we're pursuing is 48 hours. Within 48 hours, we should have appreciably reached the point to announce the final results. Preliminary results will begin tomorrow being the 23rd of April, at 1 o'clock, and then at 6 o'clock in the evening.
Madam Director, my name is Stephen Juma. I report for Radio Kakema and correspond for African Media Liberia. There was a situation in Gadekama Public School this morning, and according to a report, it was not captured. Can you please address that to the public?
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
God, the Common Public School, there was a situation there this morning while covering a process and it was not captured in your report.
What is that situation, please?
Okay, thank you. Let me address that. My name is Sethi Koye Jr. I correspond for the Liberia News Agency. Dingamo is a precinct, and Tony as well is a precinct. But in Dingamo, you have the location to be Tonding, and there's voting taking place in Tonding as well, Dingamo. So they are being concerned, people being confused as per the location. Can you please address that?
If I understanding you, you saying that voting was supposed to be taking place at a particular location, and then what happened to the other location? Did any one of you understand, commissioners? Did you understand the question?
On the funnel FRR, you have the Tonding, and Tonding is also a precinct, and you have Dingamo as a precinct.
That information is yet to reach the commission, but we take your information and the operations section will act on it.
Good afternoon, Madam Chairperson. My name is Momon Samuka Kane, and I report for Strong FM and Strong TV Liberia. I listened to you, and you mentioned that there was a situation where people were trying to compel the next officials to call the list or the names of voters, and you said it was settled. I want to know, how was it settled? I did not call the names louder, or how was it settled?
What I understand about the process is that it was solved. Solved meaning that there's nothing wrong with calling the names. Nothing is wrong. I think it's part of the law that yes, you can do that.
Any other question? Are we good? Madam Chair, co-chairperson, and members of the Board of Commissioners, except the chairperson want to add up.
We want to say thank you for coming, but we also want to abreast you of the training that the Election Commission has taken. As we're sitting here having this press briefing, it's gone live. This is something that we probably did before, but it wasn't so pronounced as it is now. From the reports that we're getting from the field, those reports are being collated and they are sent to the team you see on that site, and they upload them live. So Liberians anywhere now will be able to see exactly what is happening at the polling places in Nimba County. This is unprecedented for the National Elections Commission, and we must do everything we can to improve on that, because it's not everyone who's going to come to Nimba County or any county for that matter, to witness the elections that will be ongoing. But if you can get the reports, the videos, and everything of what is happening there, and you upload them, and all Liberians can see them, I think we have moved a mile more than what we have done before. So in this regard, I want to say a big thank you to the team for their vision, and to the Secretariat for making this happen, and to the support of the UNDP that provided, the equipment and everything, and the ingenuity on behalf of the technicians themselves to want to go further than what we have done before. And I would personally give them a round of applause.
So thank you very much. We will see you 6 o'clock, please. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, we didn't see any female journalists. What's happening? Huh? Yes. What's happening to the female journalists?
Folks, this has been the basically the first press conference on Elections Day for the NEC, the National Elections Commission. Folks, thanks for watching, thanks for following. So this has been, like we said, Daniel, this has been so yes, we're here in the Sunny Police City Hall. It's very historic City Hall. Speaking of City Halls, in the National Elections Commission, Chairperson Madam Debeato Brown Lasana have just addressed several issues. This is the first major press conference that has just been held since the elections started this morning here in Nimba County. She spoke about several issues, Daniel, and most importantly, we asked her about how soon the Liberians or the Liberian can start getting some preliminary results from the elections that's been held today here in Lima. And she made it clear that we are trying to work hard since this is just a single county. We're trying to double up their efforts to ensure that at least within 48 hours we can be able to produce preliminary results from the elections, amongst several issues.
Thank you so much, Anthony. Again, this is one of the first of a kind, especially about first of a kind, especially where the election is ongoing, and then the National Elections Commission is coming up to start to give information leading information pertaining to activities taking place at the polling places and polling places, all of these things. At least this is the first of a kind. She started with issue number 2, she talked about issue number 1, and then she also mentioned issue number 6 in the Tabela region. But among all, at least there have been no information of violence.
Yes, from all the reports that she gave.
Of all the reports she gave, she mentioned today in opening, for example, the Messiah Christian Community Precinct, because it was due to late payment of that particular thing, because for each area the National Elections Commission is using, they have to give some level of compensation to the owners of the building, or even if it is a public facility, the owner of those properties, they have to give some compensation. And with regard to the issue she mentioned about this appropriate tool that's in place town, is along the Mobile Highway. Last night I started receiving that information, but then another electoral worker, who I could tell them was to refer that to the electoral supervisor, and I think now all is settled. Even that was the same idea as I performing the town chief. I started talking with him on the phone that since the day the school is damaged, what they should do is they should talk to the church owner and go to use the building. At the end of the day, they have to.
And what they resorted to?
Everything is okay. So we are hoping that maybe from now to 6 o'clock, it will be having an opportunity to come in for us to get information what has been transferred since this first incident.
All right, folks. So that's it. This will do it for the press conference. We're now here for another voting precinct, other voting precincts here within Sunny Police. Same we've been doing it. My name is Anthony Williams. Bye for now. Thanks so much. Thank you. You're getting up?